Okay, gang, this is Red with Red Dragon Leo. Again, it is March 31st, and we want to, March 31st, 2013. We want to continue on with this part 2 video of where I think the big picture is and where we are going. So, in the previous video, here's what I was saying with Tony. I said, not 1600, about 1580 is where I'm expecting this intermediate wave. See this purple? That purple, that's what he's calling intermediate wave 1 and I2, okay? And that means we're in wave 3 right here. This is I3. I think we're going to take I4 down right here, and I think it's going to find support right around in here. And I think that support is going to be about 1480, just roughly, I'm guessing. So about 100 points down. And we're going to get into that and how I figured that out and stuff like that, but about 100 points down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go up, and where a lot of people are going to be thinking that we are going to go up for only a major wave, or it doesn't matter what you want to call it, a wave 2. Assuming this was a wave 1 down, and then we'd have some type of boom, 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 massive wave 3 down. The bears are going to see that. Now, why would they do that? Why? Because the all-time high was 1576.09. They are going to see some high that just pierces it by a few points as very, very important, and they are going to assume that it is a move down that that was a wave 1 of some type and a wave 2 up, and they're going to assume that it was worth shorting. They're going to keep shorting it at a 50% Fibonacci level. You know, they'll probably short it again at 61.8, etc., etc. They'll keep shorting it, and it'll just add more fuel to the fire. This sucker, up into May, I firmly believe we are going to hit a new high on this in that range. I said 1620 before, but I'm saying this, and my approximate date is May 22nd, because Legatus, again, Legatus is the perfect timing for this, May the 23rd to the 25th, okay? So, if you hit an all-time high right then, guess what? All bulls, all bears are going to throw in the towel. Now, what would this be called according to Tony's count? According to Tony's count, this wave here would be an intermediate wave 5. Okay? Now, that would complete, according to Tony's count, if this is, that would complete the primary wave 3. Okay? But unfortunately, according to Tony's count, you see this is a 1 and a 2. Those are, according to Tony's count, those are what he's calling major waves. So, with that theory, if you only go a 1, a 2, in other words, this major wave, he would still be looking for a move down and a move back up to finish a major wave, assuming that would be a major wave 4 down or a 4 like that. You see a Roman number 4, and then this one here would be a 5 for a major wave. That does not jive, folks. That does not jive. That does not work, especially when he's calling this. So somehow or another, I'm not understanding. I know there's a lot going on here in this. I just want you to focus on the turn dates, okay? Likely turn date is April the 1st. That's tomorrow. This assumes we hit 1576.09 or better. If we don't hit that tomorrow, then I wouldn't be shorting it. It's just plain and simple. We got to hit a new high. Okay? That's very, very important. So, somehow or other, I think Tony's off on these. I think he's off on these major waves count. This 1, 2, 3. I think that's going to be an A, a B, and this C will be the top right here in May the 22nd. And boom, I think we're going to start a major wave. I'm sorry, a primary wave 3 down. And you see that's a 2 right here. And as long as it stays above 1074, which assuming we hit 1600 or 1630, whatever, that's 500 or more points down. Okay? 500-point drop, and, I don't think it's going to go that far, but, 500-point drop. Well, guess what they could also make? Once you get up to here, if you go down to here, you could fool a lot of people making like what you'd think would be an inverted head and shoulders pattern. I'm sorry, not an invert, but a head and shoulders pattern. Would be a right shoulder, a head, and you'd be thinking over here you'd have a left shoulder, a right shoulder over here and a left shoulder over here. I know I'm scribbling, it's all over. Just go with the flow. Focus on this date and focus on May the 22nd approximately, because we're looking for the legatus thing. And it's worked 70 to 80% of the time, okay? I'm not telling you it's been a turn every time, but 70 to 80% of the time from what I did a post strictly on legatus, and it has produced those kind of turns, okay? So let's move off of Tony stuff right here. Again, what we're looking for is about a 100-point drop. Let's keep it simple. I'm looking for April 1st, approximately. That's an L. That's an I. Okay, April 1st. Top, approximately. That's tomorrow. It's Monday. Okay? Again, 1580. I don't know if we're going to get it. That's a rough estimate. If it doesn't happen on Monday, maybe it happens on Tuesday. Whatever. Then I'm looking for a move down. And then I'm looking, so let's say we hit it. Then I'm looking for a little move down. Then I'm looking for probably another move down, and then a quick retrace to try to recover and try to hit that top again. And I'm looking for it to fail and come a little short of it. And then we're looking for the move down. That's the 3-wave, the 4-wave, and all total we're over 100 points. Boom, 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 100 points. We're going to go to that because there was actually 133 points that happened just like that back here in 2007. You can see right here, this was the actual high. The market it peaked right there. That actually was 1555, and the prior high was 1552. It actually hit that, pierced it by 3 points, dropped to 133 points. Then went up and fooled everybody and hit 1576, as you can see right there. Blew people away. God, I got a lot of stuff on here, so I hope you can follow this. You might have to watch this a dozen times. All right, let's go on to the other chart right here, and I will show you that. And that chart is, let me see here. Where's that? Okay. Where are we at? Let me pause this a second here while okay, now we got this chart over here. What we are looking at here is very, very important. What I want you to notate is this is the 2007 here, and then this over here is, of course, the 2000 chart. So I don't know if we can zoom in on this, but if you look up here to this area right here in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the actual dates and the highs as I move this mouse left and right. So we go over here to this date right here, 3/27. We actually see, was it 3/27? Let me see. No, maybe it's 3. Let me get it right on. The high was, well, shoot. I don't know if I can get it right on that. It was like 1552 or something. Let's see. It's an intraday high there on 3. Gosh, I can't even get it on there. It was 52. I'm positive of that. I know it's just so narrowed in here I can't get it to show it. But trust me, it was 52. Okay? So, okay, here's the 1552. Sorry about that. Right there. 1552.87. That's the high. Okay, so what happened was when we hit a new high over here, which was 15. Boy, it's hard to tell. I really got to move. I'm going to zoom in on this right here so I can get it on there. Okay, well, it's right here, folks. It's right here. 1555.90. Okay. That says 1555.10, but it's 1555.90 on Monday. Okay? That was Monday, the 16th, July 16, 2007. We hit a high, 3 points higher, and then we dipped down, and we're going to zoom in on this, okay? Let's zoom in on this just right here. Okay, so right here, again, 15. Is this where it's at? I'm sorry, right here. Let's zoom in just on this. Ah, much better, much better. Okay, so there's 1555.10 on a Friday. Here is 1555.90. This is kind of, history tends to repeat itself. Okay, so I'm kind of expecting either this April the 1st or, I guess they could stretch it out to April the 10th, another ritual 11 day. But again, it doesn't have to be on a ritual 11 day. It could be Wednesday or Thursday or Friday of this week. Remember, all important highs aren't always on 11 dates. I'm just picking that date. It just makes sense. One, because it's a Monday. So if they do it, see that says July 13th up here on the left. Look up at the left when I hover over it. July 13th. And then the 16th. So that's obviously a Monday. And that's when you hit your high, 1555.90. So you took it out by about 3 points. Then you sold off on Tuesday, sold off on Wednesday, put in a bottoming tail, went right back up and tried to hit it again, and you could only get as high as 1555.20. You were 70 cents shy of hitting this all-time high again. I kind of think they're going to do the same thing. Okay, so they're going to first sell off when we break through the 1576. All the bears load up. It sells off for 2 or 3 days. Maybe it doesn't repeat itself exactly, but sells up for 2 or 3 days, and then it gets oversold on the short-term charts, and then boom, they ram it up the bear's butt, and they retrace 95% of it. Bam. And then traders come in on Friday and say, hell no, I'm not staying. This thing's going down, and they sell it off on Friday, and that of course starts the wave 3. So if that moved down from that first Monday down into Wednesday with that bottoming tail was a wave 1, then back up for wave 2, then you hit this big long wave 3. And that's where your 100-point drop comes in. This was all happened back in 2007, and then you had 100, before it hit that bottom here on the 16th of August, it had a 133-point drop. Then it rallied back up, and this is the part that I'm trying to tell you, into May the 22nd. And it may be steeper than this, and shorter time frame. But into May, it's very likely that we could, and this is just speculation, we could put in a new all-time high like they did here at 1576.09, which again is 20 points higher than this previous high. That is where they fool everybody. Everybody sees this move up as a wave 2, especially right here. They'd be shorting the hell out of that date on the 19th. And then all of a sudden they keep on going. Bulls, bears, everybody is shorting, and they just squeeze, and they're going to put a new high in. I'm guessing 1610 to 1630, somewhere around that May 22nd. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. But that is what I'm seeing. That is why I want to go over this in the charts with you guys, that I think it's going to be fooled. I did a chart here. I think this will fool a lot of people. And I did a chart. It's on the blog so that you can go check it out. And I kind of, wrote all this on here for you. Let me enlarge it here. I wrote a lot of text on here. And this is just speculation, okay? It's all speculation. But again, here's what I'm looking for, a pretty steep move down right there to about 1580 for this first 100-point move down, back up into May, 1630 maybe, and then maybe 300 or 400-point drop into there, and back up into next year, 1666, and then a crash of 1,000 points or more all 2014. That's it, guys. I'm out of time. Be sure to stop by the blog. Thanks, guys.